Good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you on a Tuesday, December the 19th. And boy, today was a difficult day for me. I think we ended up with a net profit on the day of like $54. On evals, we were up 166 net, and on the PA accounts, we were negative 112. But yeah, I just felt like I had to scratch and claw my way for everything today. On the positive side, today was day one with 4 PAs. That's the first time I've ever had 4 PA accounts at once, which is awesome. And we did make a profit on 3 of the 4, which is a big win for me. I did trade this oldest PA account at the open and took a lot of losses with it. Just not the greatest of trades. I was a little bit too I pushed it a little bit too hard after my opening trade. I'll talk more about that in a minute. And then on the other eval accounts, I did really well except for 2. I had 2 accounts that I had a couple bad trades, but beyond that, we traded those fairly well. So I probably did most of my trading today with the PA accounts. You wouldn't think that because of the dollar amounts, but I won most, or got most of these accounts to the profit threshold fairly early on the evals, and traded most of the day with the PAs and worked very, very, very hard just to get to some level of profitability. So, it's another learning day, but at least we didn't have a terrible day. We didn't have a big red day, so which could have easily happened today. In the morning session, and if you notice, I actually changed how I'm showing my trades to try to create a little bit more visibility of the ticks here, or the chart itself, because the candlesticks is what I should say. The way that I've been drawing this, where I have my entry here, and then I have a green arrow up signifying a long trade, red arrow down signifying a short trade, and then green box signifying a winning trade, and where I took profit, red box signifying a losing trade. It's a lot to add into the charts, and I think it clutters it up a little bit. So I'm not sure that I like this. I'm going to try this for a day or two. But basically, the style I used after the morning session was entry point stays the same. Green arrow means the trade was a winner. Red arrow means the trade was a loser. If the arrow points up, it's long. If the arrow points down, it's short. So, for example, at the open, I jumped into this trade long at this point right here around the, the 960 mark, 16,960, and took that trade all the way up to the top, up to the about 980 mark-ish. And for a big win, that was like a $500 trade. And that trade was taken on this 139 account, the account I'm trying to get past for my 5th PA. It's at 52,542. I had a couple of losers. I took these 2 trades this morning in the, around 8 o'clock on these first 2 evals for $270 some in profit. And then I traded this 139 account and took a loss, took a couple $100 loss. And then I think I was about 230 to 240 in the hole at that point. But then this trade here brought this account up to 241 in profit. So had I not taken those trades, I'd be about 250 away from passing that account. But anyway, that was a great opening range trade in that first couple of minutes of the market being open. And that is 2 days in a row that I've caught that. I'm not placing the trade until after the market opens and seeing which way that the market's trying to go, and then going that way. And that has worked very well. But then after the fact, this yellow circle was PAs. This is where I traded this PA number 6, the oldest PA that I've got. I think today was day 26 on that account. And I've managed to string together about 5 straight red days on that PA. So I've either got to change something or I'm going to blow that account. It's about $300 away from being blown. So we're either going to have a winning opening trade tomorrow, or we're going to blow it. And like I talked about earlier, that is an account that I accidentally am paying for on a monthly basis. So I want to either get to a profit or blow it, because the rest of these I've got lifetime. and it allows me to hang on to them for a long period of time and not have more money going into the account. So, but the opening range was great, and then what I should have done in hindsight is, and this is just how we learn and become better, is I should have waited for these dips and bought the dips. Tried to buy the lows. You can't always be perfect in those entries and buy the lows or sell the highs. I mean, we all know that. But I pushed it a little bit too hard. I did have a winning small winner here, a long trade. Followed that up with a pretty bad losing short trade. See, this is just where I was a little bit too overeager. That's what I get out of this. We had this big win. We started pulling back. I jumped in long again, got a little bit of a winner. And then we pulled back even more. And then after we crossed this EMA, I shorted it. And I should have waited for a little bit more confirmation before shorting at that level, or at that early part of the day where that price action was going. So that was a losing trade. The entry was here. It pulled back, stopped me out. That's why there's a gap here and this red arrow. Followed it up with another win, and then another, I went long, and then went long again at the top, chasing, again, one of my nemesis. And then that was a losing trade as well. Another small winner here. Entry was at this point. Had a small short for a win, and then had another big loser. Up at the top, bought for long. It was the correct move, by the way, but the volatility stopped me out, and just, again, it wasn't a good entry. I should have just been way more patient. And that's, I think, the big mistake for me at the open. The last couple days I've had really good opening trades, and then the next several trades have been some winners, some losers, but ending up with a net loss. So I've got to fix that tomorrow, and we will work on that tomorrow. If we get a nice winner at the open, just allow this market to do its thing and just be very, very, very careful and not take too many trades, because that was my undoing. And as far as the remainder of the day, I mean, I had a fair amount of winning trades, but it seemed like today either I wasn't reading the market that well, or I would take an entry that was the right direction in trend, or the market went the direction that I chose, but either my trailing stop got hit for a very tiny win, or it would almost reverse and take me out before going the correct direction. So it was just one of those days. This is one of those tough days. We had a lot of, if you look at the market today, and if you were trading it, you know it. But this today was basically a big chop from for the most of the day, we traded from about the 16,970 mark to about the 17,015, 17,010 mark. So, we had about a, 40 point day, 40 points, and we just chopped away in that day. And I don't do very well in chop. And, when I think about that, knowing that I don't do that well on choppy days, if I think about it through that lens, then today is probably a winning day, even though it feels more like a losing day because of negativity, red day on that PA. But knowing that I usually don't trade this very well, and I wouldn't say that I traded today very well, but to not be in a worse position, I take that as a win. As you can see, most of the day, most of the afternoon actually, from about, noontime on was pretty much everything PA accounts. And I'll tell you that most of those trades happened with this 08 account. I worked my butt off to get to $183 in profit, but hey, we'll take it. It is what it is. We come back tomorrow, and we're ready to go again. It's what I love about GAT, and it's just made me a more disciplined trader. For example, these 144 and 145 accounts, they're not stopped out from GAT. I could have still taken more trades, but once I reach that 400 mark, I'm like, I just don't feel like it. It's just not worth it. So again, continuing on with the goal that I've had for this week was to pass 2 evals. We passed one yesterday. And this 139 account right here is about $460 away from passing. So that is definitely within reach. We will try to get to that either tomorrow or Thursday. Hopefully I can get that passed. And then the other goal that I had was to get all of my PAs at the 50,000 mark or higher. I feel like we can definitely get there, hopefully tomorrow with this 08 account. Not tomorrow with the 06 account. There's no way I'm going to get that account back to profits tomorrow. if I get that account back to profits by the end of the week, it's going to be a almost a miracle, because we're like 300 away from passing. I'm down 1,500 from 50,000. So got a lot of work on my hands. I mean, is it impossible? No, I could get it back, but it's going to take 3 very, very, very good days. So hey, it is what it is. We live and we learn, and if we can get to most of our goal, then it's better than not having a goal at all. Like Zig Ziglar used to say, if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. So I like to set goals and then do my best to achieve them, and where I miss, I usually learn something from that, and that's why we do this. So in any case, that was the summary of today. I did post a video showing my opening trades live and showing that trading happening. So if you get a chance, watch that. Please comment if you like that. I'll do some more of that. It's kind of fun to just be live and show that. I wasn't like streaming live, but to record it and then just show that live trade. So honestly, it puts a little bit more pressure, but it's good, and I like the discomfort that I had after having some losers here after the open, and that's going to make me a better trader going forward. So, all right. Well, hopefully you had a good day, and if not, get back on your horse. That's what we're going to do in the morning, and trade well. We'll catch you on the flip side.